I'm not too sure exactly how much time I have until the new year arrives, but I know that today is the 30th of December, which is 2 days before the year 2024 arrives. Clearly that's not enough time for any editing that I could do, but I guess for this video, this update, it should be enough, I suppose. In any case, here I am. If the last video's update was supposed to be a very half-baked update, and honestly, I don't even know what you would call this update, but never mind that though. I'm just gonna start with what's happened in the beginning of this year. Now, before I begin my recap of 2023, the video you see here is a recap of my very first time in BR Warzone 2.0 solos. Yeah, somehow my very first solo in Warzone 2.0 resulted in a W, but it's kind of rare for me, or I guess kind of new for me, because I've never gotten a Warzone dub ever in solos or with somebody in the Warzone that came out in Modern Warfare 2019, but that's kind of besides the point, I guess. The point is, I won a solos war game in my life. So there you go, kneel before me, your Call of Duty Warzone master. Anyways, the beginning of the year 2023, which started with my job here in the state of Wisconsin, which kind of is the main point of this video because my life did revolve around my work. I could be considered a young professional at this point. I mean, I'm only 24 right now, but yeah. Since I am young and new to my profession, that's really all I could think about without much planning for any vacations or the like. But yeah, with that in mind, well, the months passed, that's for sure. And I became very much familiar with my company, its creed, and what I must do. Focusing on my work now that I've been acquainted with, well, the people that are there, more months passed. But perhaps much of my year has been focused on work that I tend to forget or want to forget what's happened outside of it. Because in April of this year, well, I suffered a seizure. And I learned very quickly that you don't need to have epilepsy to have a seizure. The EMTs on scene who treated me declared that I never had epilepsy in the first place. It was all due to stress. Now, where was the origin of that stress? Work? The memories that I have over college? The hell if I know. I still don't know. All I knew was I had that sort of baggage when that seizure happened, on my way to the hospital no less. Now that I think about it, could the stress that led to my seizure be from the multiple obligations that I now have to this day? I mean, right now I have a lot of footage from Warzone 2.0, and we know that Modern Warfare 3 of 2023 is now out. It's been out for at least a month and a half now, and Modern Warfare 3's Warzone has replaced Modern Warfare 2.0, so this is the stress of trying to get every bit of video from the Modern Warfare 2.0 days out there. Because at this point, I am not even finished with the videos of Warzone 2.0 from January 2023. That's not the only thing I have to finish from 2023 because I now have certifications to study for. So yeah, my studies now put a damper in how quickly I can finish my Warzone 2.0 videos. And I completely understand that the Warzone of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 of 2023 is out. Not many people are interested in Warzone 2.0, but I mean, this is still something I still have to finish no matter what. That's kind of what I believe in anyways. And there's my personal hobby of wanting to work out every single day, so there goes all the possible explanations of why the hell these Warzone 2.0 videos takes so damn long. It's not an excuse. It's just something I do. That's all. And that is the overall explanations of my year of 2022. My work, my hobbies, and my struggles. Sometimes I do wonder what could have been to me and my work had it not been for that stress seizure, as the EMTs have referred it to be. Because it did alter my way of looking at life, and it kinda has altered my daily life as I know it. I mean, I was nearly hospitalized because of it, so could you blame me? That kind of made me think back to the previous years in which my life was seemingly at its worst. We all know that in the year 2020, the pandemic took us all by storm. In the year 2021, I was finishing up my studies for my bachelor's in engineering. I'm not sure what was considered the worst event of that year, but I would assume it'd be during my senior year in college. In the year of 2022, I guess my worst was when I was looking for a full-time job. And now in this year, in the year 2023, I know what my worst was in this year, and I've already described it in its entirety. So, Omega, there has to be a flip side to this negativity you've described, right? Oh. If I knew that sort of optimism existed in the past 3 years, I would have described it as well, with the negatives that came with it. But right now I draw a blank. Perhaps all I remember now is the negatives that happened in my life. Well, it just so happens that humans, you and I, are predisposed to remember some of the negatives in clear detail in our lives. Or perhaps I am more prone to remember negatives in my life over the average person. Who knows? It's part of my life, and it's part of my personality, I suppose, and it's really hard to change that, I'm afraid. But continue with life all the same, I must. And continue to put out all the Warzone 2.0 videos, I must. It was almost a full year's worth of data that my friends have given to me, and I really don't want to waste that. You could say that's the driving factor behind why I continue to put out old videos. And you could also say that it's more of a personal pride over getting these out when it's still relevant. Because now the Warzone that comes from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 2033 is way more relevant than Warzone 2.0, you know? But in any case, I have my assignments, I must fulfill them. That is all. As for the more personal things in my life for the year 2024, I don't know what will become of me in this year. Just don't. I was sick when my 23rd birthday came up in the year 2022, and I experienced my seizure way before my 24th birthday in this year 2023. What's going to become of me in this coming year? It really kind of scares me, to be honest, because what I've experienced close to my birthdays has been exponentially worse in the passing years. Could I be exaggerating? Hell yeah. I think I am exaggerating. But what I describe has been true. So it kind of makes me fear for what's going to happen this year, to me personally. That's why I've been very hesitant on being excited for the year 2024. Because I've been through so much trouble, much of which has not been of my own volition. And yet, all I can do is look forward to the future. For that future will determine the present that I deal with today. Thus, that makes sense to you. I've spent full days searching for my job when I was not yet into my career. Here I am. I felt like I needed more credentials in my field of work before I even think about switching careers or jobs or whatever. Well, I'm engaged in studies now. I'm doing everything in my power to prevent a third non-epileptic seizure. Well, I wouldn't describe the work I've done for that, but yeah. Well, that's enough about my life. I kind of want to turn your attention to what I've done for my channel in the year 2023. And very clearly, it isn't a lot. Much of my work has been dedicated to working on the videos that my friends and I are involved in, and the first 4 of those videos have been on my channel, with much of the others to be released in the year 2024 because I am just way too slow in my work, honestly. And they will be released eventually, but it'll be slow like I just said because of the reasons I've described in this video. Would it be nice to have an editor? Yeah, but no way in hell have I gotten that far with this channel. If I ever knew how to retain an editor for myself, but don't I have other things to deal with before that for my channel? Of course, there are still so many things that I don't know about. So much for my studies. All I can say is, I've tried. I've tried very hard, but there have been things that came out of left field, out of the blue, and whatever came out of left field put a very big dent in my plans. And I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just trying to summarize as best I can what happened over this year, and I've already described that to you. And what I can try to promise you in the year 2024, as I did in the year 2023, is I will do my best. That hasn't changed. What has changed are the circumstances and events in which I try to do my best. That really is the gist of things. While I have little faith in the good things that could come in the year 2024, I shall say this: Happy New Year, and may the year of 2024 be good to you and me.